Howdy Hatters, welcome back to another episode of The Root of All Disney. I do apologize, I did get this episode out late. I wasn't feeling myself very well. I was in pain, mostly because we went to the beach, we got sunburned and stuff, but there was other reasons. I was in pain. I'm actually trying to lose weight, and this time I'm very serious about it. So doing the exercises is I got to get used to it. So, but it's getting a little better. But let's get into the news from the last week. Let's start with Disney made an announcement that paid time off for cast members is going to happen. With Disney opening up tomorrow, Disney Springs, we will be seeing cast members and guests returning to the, not to the parks, but to the shopping center, which is basically, it's still Disney. So what does this mean? Because we all know Disney has their own, attendance sheet and everything, and you have to have a certain amount of time, working, before they can boot you. So cast members that call out sick, will not be in violation of any attendance policy, if they show COVID-19 symptoms. Meaning, they will allow you the 2 weeks to recover if you have the COVID-19 symptoms. You might not have it, but they'll give you the 2 weeks off. That way, but it's paid. It's paid. So just think about that. You're going to get 2 weeks paid to stay home. That helps other people to come back to work. I don't really know how this is all going to work, but we will find out how it works. Also, they are giving cast members 3 washable masks. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. They're giving everyone 3 washable masks, which is pretty good because now you can wash them and then you can reuse them. I've never actually, maybe they're all rewashable. That means they're probably cloth masks. So that's nice of them. But we will have to see how that works out. Yesterday was May 18th. Yesterday was the first day that Florida Disney World could make a plan and file it with the state of Florida, with Governor DeSantis, for a reopening. Because now we are in phase 1. Full phase 1 effect. So everything's allowed to be at 50%. So if Disney wants to open up, they can, just like they did over at Shanghai Disneyland, which ended up being a success. They had 123,000 people in the park. And they didn't have a problem. So that's, I think 50% was what they started off with. So if we start with the 50%, you could look and see, because you're going to open up all 4 parks. So maybe it's 123,000 for all 3 parks. All 4 parks, maybe. Who knows if they're going to open Epcot up? Probably not. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. But with this effect, the full phase 1 effect in place, Disney can give yesterday, I don't know if they did because we haven't got any word yet, if they are doing it. But we did find out something last night, that Vice President Mike Pence is going to be in Florida tomorrow. And he will be talking with Ron DeSantis and Disney and all the theme parks in the Orlando area about reopening. I don't know if Busch Gardens is in that, because Busch Gardens is SeaWorld is the same thing. So maybe it's, I don't know what they're planning on doing, but he is coming here to talk to Governor DeSantis, about reopening the parks and how we could do it safely and see what Disney proposed. I believe they must have sent something in because that's why Mike Pence is on his way here, the vice president. He is also here because he's delivering PPE to nursing homes and many businesses that are already opening that need it. So that was pretty cool to hear about that. Saudi Arabia Investment Company bought $5 million shares of the Walt Disney World Company. So they have $5 million worth of Disney stock. Now, many of you don't know stocks or anything like that, but I have stock in Disney. I am a shareholder. I think I mentioned to you, I have 10 stocks in Disney. So that is my investment for my future and my kids and stuff. So Saudi Arabia, this is what was weird because the money was going down. The stock market for Disney was declining, going up, declining, going up. Now it's because Saudi Arabia bought 5 million shares, the stock went up. So my money went up. How much do I really like that Saudi Arabia did that? I'm not going to go into that because that is not my place to say. But it's great for stockholders like myself. We got more money. If you haven't noticed, today is probably going to be a quick episode only because there wasn't really that much news except for the last part that I'm going to mention. We did get notice that Hong Kong Disney is going to be doing a soft reopening for cast members only. So that means cast members are going to come to work and some cast members are going to be guests. That way they can see how they're going to work it. It seems as though Hong Kong got the worst of the situation. And that's why Shanghai is a little bit more successful. I don't know. I don't know how far Shanghai and Hong Kong are from each other. I don't know geography that well. So don't quote me on that. But they are going to have a soft reopen. Tokyo, on the other hand, has no date at all. We're looking at Disney World opening up in July. If everything goes well tomorrow with Mike Pence and Ron DeSantis and Disney and the theme parks, Disney could be looking at opening up in July. Do I think it's going to happen? Well, they canceled everything all the way up until July 6th. I mean, not officially yet, but the after-hour parties and Villains Night have all been canceled up to July 6th. The last party for the Villains Night is July 10th. I have those tickets for July 10th because that's my birthday. It's my birthday. What do you expect? If Disney's open on July 10th and they're going to have Villains Night, I'm going to Villains Night for my birthday. That'll be the second year in a row that I've gone to Villains Night on my birthday weekend. I went last year on July 11th. This year it's on July 10th. So it's like an annual thing for me because I like going to Disney on Villains Night because it's more adult. So it's pretty cool. But July 1st, like we said in the last podcast, is when Disney is going to do reservations for both Disneyland and Disney World. I'm not 100% sure of how they're going to work Disneyland. Now, as I said, I have my trip for October. The rumor, it's a rumor, so this is why it's not real. Or it could be. We don't know. That's why it's a rumor. Rumor is post-July, August for Disneyland. And July was the rumor for Disney World. Paris is looking at possibly not reopening at all this year, or really, really, really late November, December. Because they got hit very, very hard, and Disney's being very cautious with them. So, and I would like to see how they're going to work. And I really want to see if they're going to video that conference with Vice President Mike Pence and Ron DeSantis and theme parks. I want to see if they're going to film that so that the people could see, because I would like to see what is said, bring it up on my next podcast this Saturday. Yes, I know it's Tuesday now. I am still going to get another one out on Saturday. I usually don't do the Deslaping, like I told you why. But I would like to see what's inside that meeting, because that meeting is going to be very important for, say me, who is a podcaster, who is a cast member, who is a YouTuber. So, speaking of YouTube, I understand that I haven't been on YouTube. You probably have seen my podcast and the many videos that I have not ever published. I just put on there. So, tomorrow is, like we said, is the opening day of Disney Springs. Any non-Disney related store and restaurant is opening tomorrow. Megan and me are going there tomorrow. I'm filming. I am required to wear a mask. Now, here's the problem. My mask has not come in the mail. It's supposed to be here today. Hopefully it does. If not, I might have to move my filming to Thursday, which is the other day Megan is off work. Also, my car is in the shop right now. If you remember a couple months ago, my car was in the shop because of brakes. Well, now I'm having a transmission sensor problem. Not that the transmission is perfectly fine, they said. It's just that they got to fix the sensor because the gear shifts and the computer were not coordinating with each other. So they're just going to fix that. Thank God I've been saving money. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I have saved enough money for me even to go out tomorrow or even Thursday, whenever I go to Disney Springs, to go into a shop and give them money to buy something that I want. Now, we're going to our favorite restaurant. It's a little quick serve restaurant. Many of you are a huge fan of this place. And it's really good. I really love it. It's called Earl of Sandwich. It's delicious. It's healthy. Like I said, I'm trying to stay healthy here. I mean it this time. I don't want to be this overweight guy anymore. Especially, sometime down the line the next year, I'm going to have kids. Do I want to be that father who's overweight and can't play with his kids? No, I don't want to do that. And it's for my health. My health has been so much better lately. I don't have my major heartburns anymore and all the other problems that I had, but I'm not going to get into that. But for any of you who struggle with it, like I have with the weight problem, I'm just going to tell you this. You can fight it. You can lose the weight. It's very, very hard, especially for someone like me who is lazy. But I will tell you this. I'm fighting it, my laziness, so much that it's making me a better person. Physically and mentally, yes, I've been having some bad sleeping problems because I'm assuming that's a side effect, because your sleep patterns are going off and everything. So my sleep patterns are off, but I'm willing to accept it to make myself healthier. And like I said, my wife's birthday is next week. 1 week from this Sunday coming up. And she wants to go horseback riding next week on Friday, her day off. I offered to take her horseback riding for her birthday. There is a place that's open that does an hour trail, but there's a weight limit. And when I saw what the weight limit was to get on the horse, it embarrassed me because I'm not close to that weight when I first saw it. And that's the other reason why I'm working hard to lose this weight, because there are many things that I want to do with my wife that I won't be able to because of my weight. I'll just tell you, the weight limit for the horse to ride the horse is 225. I'm not anywhere near that. Maybe they'll make an exception. I don't know. I'll have to find out. But it's one of the things that I really want to do for myself. Especially working in Florida heat. You don't want to be overweight. That's one problem. When I went to the beach the other day, I was embarrassed. And I'm always embarrassed when I go to the beach because I always wear a bathing suit and a shirt. I don't ever take my shirt off. So I like to get to the point where I can take a shirt off when going in a pool or going in the ocean and be able to, put on sunblock and get a little bit of a tan, because I got the farmer's tan. I got all hands are basically all tan, but the rest of my body is completely snow white. Yeah, pun. Haha. And like I said, I don't want to be a father one day and be like, hey, let's go here, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, sorry, I can't do that because I'm too overweight. It gets me because I never used to be overweight because of my medication that I used to take in school for my ADHD. So it was when I got off the medication that I started blowing up. And I wish that wasn't the side effect of the medication, because that really sucks. And I have been embarrassed a couple of times. And Sorry, I had to pause the podcast for a minute because I had a package at the door. It was my jacket for my Hades costume that I'm doing for Villains Night. And if I can't use it for Villains Night, I can use it for Halloween at Disney. And like I said about the weight thing, I just tried it on and it fits if I don't zip it up. So I have to lose some weight. And I have until July 10th to lose this weight to fit in that jacket. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if you got some weight problems, it's not impossible. Just, you got to fight it. And hopefully I can lose some weight, because I really want to fit in that jacket, because it's a really, really nice jacket. And because it can come in long sleeve or it can come in a vest. There's just so many zippers on it that you can interchange the jacket however you want. So I might use it as a vest, depending upon how hot it is in July. And then in October, I'll probably, if we still go to Disneyland, it's a lot cooler at night. So I might put it as a jacket. So we'll have to see how it works out with that. But let me go take a break. I have a couple more announcements for Disney. It's not a lot, but there is one major announcement that I will be bringing out. So let me go take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, okay, let me rephrase what I said before the break. I'm going as Hades for Halloween or for the Villain's Night, or both. More likely it's going to be both because this is actually a costume that I already have. I don't have to do any face painting or anything like that. So, and that's another thing Disney has asked me to do because they've seen that I've cosplayed. They were wondering if I would be willing to work in their costume department. Let's just say I didn't go to college for any of this stuff. I just do it because I love it. I do a lot of things because I love it. And my wife encourages me to do some of this stuff. So I'm glad I have a wife and somebody who encourages me to do something that I love. Like when I was a kid, I used to write all the time. I used to write novels and stuff. Now, granted, they weren't good enough. I know for a fact they weren't good enough. But they were for me. They were great. I love that. Can't write anything anymore. Physically can't. I think maybe it was the Adderall that did that because everyone says the Adderall makes you write a lot and concentrate. So maybe my brain or something like that can't tap into my writing anymore. I mean, I've even stopped writing poetry, and that was the one thing my grandmother loved, and a lot of people actually loved because I wrote a poem for my wife on our wedding day. That was actually the last poem that I ever written. So I lost something that I loved, but I got other things like the cosplaying. I like doing that stuff because it's something that I enjoy. So that's where I want to get at and say that, yeah, it's a hobby. Megan is planning on going as Mel from Descendants since I'm going as Hades, and if she can't get into the outfit, she's going as Meg from Hercules. So Meg is going as Meg, and we already got her outfit for that already because she was going to wear that last year at Villain's Night, but we got all caught up on something and we didn't have time to get home and get ready or dressed. So this year we're going to do the dressing up like everyone else does at Disney. That's why it's the only time that adults can dress up is during party times. So it's pretty cool. Anywho, let's get back on to what other Disney news is coming. Let's just start off with this one. Timothy Olyphant will star in the second season of Mandalorian. See, I told you these are going to be small little things for right now because the big one is coming. Timothy Olyphant, if you know him, he was in Hitman. I believe he was also in the second to last new movie of Die Hard. So I believe that he was the villain in that one. So yeah, he was in a lot of good movies. So he's coming now to play, I don't know which character he's going to play in The Mandalorian, but he has been signed. Also, Walt Disney announced that any guest, this is all guests, this goes to all you people out there, we are required to wear masks no matter what when the parks open. I get that it's summertime. I get it's going to be horrible. I can't curse because I'm trying to make this a family show. So these people are complaining about it. Now so Disney heard that people are complaining that they don't want to wear the mask, blah, 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 blah. Now they're going to have to wear the mask no matter what. But Disney came out with this statement. All guests that voluntarily assume all risk related to exposure of COVID-19. So if you get COVID-19 while coming to their parks, Disney has you have no legal action against Disney because it is part of their new rules for right now. So if you get it, you cannot sue Disney. So don't even try. You're not going to win that one. You're going to automatically lose. It's already written. All judges and stuff know about it. It's done. There's no way you're getting around that. So, me, I'll risk it. But, like I said, I went to the doctor. I gotten checked. I don't have it. And apparently they said something about antibodies. I guess I have antibodies. But also antibodies doesn't mean that I'm immune to it. But I do have antibodies. Which I gave blood. And if any of you people know me, I am a chicken when it comes to needles. So that was not a fun day. But I have antibodies. I still am going to be required to wear a mask when I go tomorrow or Thursday, depending upon when I get the car back. They were pretty backed up. So, like I said, if you're going to come to Disney, you're going to have to wear a mask. It's not going to be forever. I can't emphasize this enough. It is not forever. Disney is only going to do this because they know for a fact that next year is the 50th, and they already know that people are already complaining about not coming. Disney is going to stop the masks, I guarantee. This is just my rumor. Mine, not Disney's. My guess is Disney would stop the mask by November, December. Because November, December, and maybe even October, they might try it because of they have the Halloween party and the Christmas party. That's their moneymaker at the end of the year. They need that money. So we will see how that works out. But let's get to the big news, and this is the last news of the day. The big news. Disney's DTC chairman, Kevin Mayer, resigns to become the new CEO of TikTok. Rebecca Campbell will be replacing him. Now, as you may not know who these people are, Rebecca Campbell is now the chairman of Direct-to-Consumer and International. She is the former president of Disneyland. So she is taking over the spot that is vacant. And I think that's great for her that they're doing that. Now, here's the sad part. Josh D'Amore, who I have met a couple of times, and I've told you I met him. He's also my profile picture with me and him. He got promoted. He is no longer the president of Walt Disney World. He is now the chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products. Him and Rebecca will report to CEO Bob Chapek immediately, and those three are going to reopen Disney. These are the people who are going to not much Rebecca. Rebecca is going to be doing, her job is mostly consumer products and Disney Plus. That is her job. Hers is Disney Plus and ESPN Plus and Hulu. That's her job. It's mostly going to be Josh and Bob Chapek who are going to be able to open Disney because they're the ones. Josh is going to oversee all 12 Disney parks. And you think to yourself, why is it 12? If there's only Shanghai, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Paris, Disneyland, and Disney World. That's 6. But you got to forget, Disney World has 4 parks. Disneyland has 2 parks. Tokyo has 2 parks? Yeah. Shanghai has 2, and I believe Hong Kong has 2. I didn't count that up, by the way. So if that added up to 12, then great. But they have 12 parks. And Josh is going to, he's going to run that now. And I want to say congratulations to Josh. I wish you very well in your new position. and I really hope to see you soon again. You're a great person to talk to. You're a great person for the cast members, and it's going to be sad to see you. So you go. Now, who's taking over their places? Jeff Vale is the new president of Walt Disney World, and Ken Potrock is the new president of Disneyland. And let me get you a couple of information about Jeff Vale, who is the new president. He succeeds Josh D'Amaro as president of Walt Disney Resort. Jeff is a 30-year cast member who most recently served as president Disney Signature Experiences. In his new role, Mr. Vale leads a team of talented cast members, America's largest single-site workforce, and will be responsible for all facets of business for the resort, including its 4 theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Disney's Hollywood Studios, 2 water parks, 28 resort hotels, 4 golf courses, ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex, and the Disney Springs Entertainment Shopping Center. With Disney World approaching its 50th anniversary, there could be no more gratifying time to be selected for this role and to work with an incredible team responsible for creating magical memories for millions of guests each year, Mr. Vale had said. He also said, "I plan to continue to build on the momentum from Josh's tenure, bringing even more innovative entertainment and experiences to our guests." Mr. Vale will continue to oversee facilities and operations services for Disney theme parks worldwide, responsible for engineering, maintenance, construction, utilities, manufacturing, sourcing, and health and safety. I don't know why that was weird. An asset management program at the Disney Resort around the world. I guess we can let's go into his previous role. His previous role had several key growth businesses for the Disney Parks, Experiences and Products segment, and inspired teams around the world to deliver the company's unreeled brand of family vacations. He oversaw Disney Cruise Line, Disney Vacation Club, Adventures by Disney, Golden Oak, and Alani, and Disney Resort and Spa. He began his career in 1990 and is a respected senior executive who is committed to driving creativity and innovation, exceeding guest expectation, and delivering long-term business growth during his career with the company. He has held a series of high-profile leadership roles in operations, engineering, technology, and global support. At Disney Cruise, Mr. Vale also oversaw the much-anticipated expansion of Disney's cruise fleet with the planned delivery of 3 new ships, all of them showcasing the immersive family entertainment, enchanting storytelling, and unparalleled service for which Disney is well known. In addition to his duties with these growing vacation business, Mr. Vale is actively involved in the Central Florida community, currently serving as the chairman of board of directors for Give Kids the World. By the way, just giving you a heads up, Give Kids the World is one of my charities I give to. I give to St. Jude's, Give Kids the World, and Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish and Give the Kids the World is owned by the same person. They just found a place that they would give these Make-A-Wish kids a place to go when they say they want to go to Disney as their Make-A-Wish. So they'll go to this resort that's right near Disney. It's not too far. They'll get the home experience. They'll get food for their refrigerator. So it's like living in a house while you're here in Disney for your Make-A-Wish. So I like that. It's a nonprofit, so it's one of my favorites, and I know that it works for them. I have gotten a couple emails from them, and I have spoken to them about some of their information about them. So if you would like to donate, you can give me an email through Facebook, or you can email me at troad1991@gmail.com, and I'll give you some information about Give the Kids a World. Mr. Vale earned a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Auburn University, and a master's degree in business administration from Rollins College. That is Mr. Vale for the new Walt Disney. Let's go to Ken Puttrick, president of the new Disneyland. Why am I saying it's new? It's not new, it's old. But he's the new president of Disneyland. He is the former president of Consumer Products with nearly 25 years of the company, takes the helm at Disneyland Resort. As president, Disneyland Resort, he will oversee 2 theme parks, which is the Disneyland theme park and the Disney California Adventure, 3 resort hotels, and a 20-acre entertainment, retail, and shopping district. Mr. Potrock succeeds Rebecca Campbell, who was named chairman direct to consumer and international, well, like I had just said, to the Walt Disney Company. Mr. Potrock goes and says, I am grateful for the opportunity to join the remarkable team at Walt Disney's original park. This resort holds a special place in the hearts of our guests around the world, a responsibility that we all take very serious, and we will continue to build on that foundation by delivering unforgettable experiences while creating memories that last a lifetime. Mr. Potrock joins the Disneyland Resort after more than 2 decades of leadership experiences at Disney parks. Throughout his career, he has consistently challenged the status quo, enabling a holistic entrepreneurial culture, I'm sorry, that was really hard for me to say, that ensures the unparalleled Disney differences is delivered each day to guests, consumers, and fans. He is also well known for developing, invigorating, and transforming numerous Disney properties and business to deliver consistent and dynamic growth. Previously, he served as the senior vice president and general manager of Disney Vacation Club, the company innovation and fast-growing vacation ownership program, as well as Adventures by Disney, the company award-winning guided group travel business. In 2015, Mr. Potrock led the dramatic expansion of reimagining of Disney Springs, Walt Disney World's iconic retail, dining, and entertainment district. He was senior vice president of Disney Sports Enterprise, where he led the transformation and rebranding of the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex in Florida. Mr. Potrock began his Disney career in 1996 as vice president, marketing for Disney Cruise Line, where he helped define and launch the company bolded entry into the cruise industry. Mr. Potrock earned his undergraduate degree in marketing from Washington University in St. Louis and his MBA from the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. So we now have our new presidents for our parks, and I'm hoping Jeff Vale will be just as inviting as Josh was, where he would come and meet the fans, the guests, and he would come and meet cast members, and get very involved. The one thing about Josh was very, very inviting. He never seemed to make you feel like something was wrong. He always was ready to go, was a nice man, and I wish him luck, and I wish all of them luck. For all you who have listened, I'd like to thank you, and thank you for staying with me right now, because I apologize that I did make this entry so late for the podcast. I'm sorry. I've told you, like I said, I've been hurting, so I'm going to continue my routine and everything. So I will be back on Saturday. Hopefully we'll have some new information about what happened with Vice President Mike Pence and Ron DeSantis and with the Disney park opening. We should know that soon. I'd like to say thank you. I love you all. I love you 3,000, and have a magical day.
Just Bye.